For golfers, staying out of the water could be the difference between winning and losing. At one course in Australia, it was the difference between life and death. Because Carbrook in Queensland boasted a membership unlike any other golf club on the planet, 6 resident bull sharks. From their mysterious arrival to their devastating disappearance 17 years later, this is the tale of the sport's most hazardous water hazard. Arrival. A lake on a landlocked golf course some 14 kilometers, 8.7 miles, from the Pacific Ocean may sound like a swim too far for any fish, but the bull shark has a reputation for dipping its fins into a range of habitats. River shark, freshwater whaler, estuary whaler, swan river whaler, the clue is in its other names. While native to warm and tropical waters worldwide, bull sharks have organs specially adapted to retain salt, allowing them to venture deep into freshwater environments that would prove fatal to other sharks due to a loss of sodium. Hence the presence of the stocky-built, blunt-nosed sharks in the Logan River, which slices inland from the sea halfway between Brisbane and Gold Coast before meandering around Carbrook Golf Club, came as no real surprise to locals in the 1990s. Neither did severe flooding. Twinned with the region's subtropical climate, the club has been a hotspot for floods since its inception in 1978, inundated with water on numerous occasions including in 1991, 1995, and 1996. The downpours were so torrential that on the latter 3 occasions, the roughly 100-meter land bridge separating the river from the San Minterne Lake beside the course's 14th hole was totally submerged. A new corridor was opened, and, sometime during those 3 temporary windows, 6 bull sharks glided into uncharted waters. As the land bridge dried and reformed, the door slammed shut behind them. It would remain closed for 17 years, when the next severe flood event reforged a path to the river in 2013. Carbrook's Nessie. Towards the end of the century, whispers began to trickle around Carbrook's fairways, all originating from the 14th green. There were reports of loud splashes, large dark shapes moving below the lake's surface, even laughed-off claims of a tall dorsal fin knifing through the water. The Carbrook shark became a kind of folk legend, Australia's own Bigfoot, Yeti, or, most similarly of all, a local version of another famous lake-dwelling mythical beast. The Loch Ness Monster is pretty similar to what it felt like, Carbrook General Manager Scott Wagstaff told CNN. It seemed possible, but there wasn't enough truth to it at that point. That was until the early 2000s, when the Brisbane-based Courier Mail turned folklore into fact by publishing a picture of one of the sharks, Wagstaff recalled. Yet despite having played at the club for years, he had never seen them with his own eyes when he started work there in 2010. Determined to satisfy his curiosity, Wagstaff ventured down to the lake armed with his camera and some meat. No sooner had the bait hit the surface, a shark duly appeared. The stunned Wagstaff snapped some shots before taking a short video on his phone to post online. The footage was, by his own admission, terrible, but the internet lapped it up. The viral YouTube video has amassed more than 2.3 million views to date. Media interest boomed, and the club embraced its toothy tenants with vigor. A bull shark was added to the club's logo, its youth program was named the Junior Shark Academy, and feedings were held at tournaments and corporate events, including one special wedding in 2009 where all 6 sharks appeared at once, Wagstaff recalls. Despite his affection for the sharks, Wagstaff was reluctant to call them pets, though he did nickname one Patch, thanks to its distinct back marking. Compared to the crocodiles and snakes dotting other courses in the country, Carbrook sharks made for extremely low-maintenance residents. Only 2 risk management steps were taken: warning signage around the lake, and the rejection of any business from prospective golf ball divers, who retrieve balls from course lakes to sell them on. It's just not worth the few grand a year we get for a contract to put someone's life at risk, Wagstaff said, unprecedented. Fascination spread far beyond Australian borders, piquing the interest of one shark-loving scientist and researcher based at Ruhr University Bochum in Germany. Dr. Peter Gosman published his study on the Carbrook sharks, titled "Who's the Biggest Fish in the Pond?" in the Marine and Fisheries Sciences Journal in August 2023. Their extended residence, he argued, sheds new light on just how adaptable bull sharks are. Even without the staff feeding the sharks, hunger was not a cause for concern in a lake 700 meters long, 380 meters wide and 15 meters deep, teeming with fish, from mullets to tarpons and snappers.